Hi, just to identify myself, 2 days ago on Twitter, I tweeted you that I'd see you at the con, and you replied, "Thank you."
Oh. I see you at the con.
If you remember that, anyway.
I did. What's your Twitter handle?
Hamlet.
Hamlet. I don't remember that now.
Oh, well, okay.
But that's all right.
Well, I wear my baseball cap in it.
Okay.
Anyway, last year I was at Fan Expo in Toronto, and Kate Mulgrew was there, and somebody asked her, why didn't she ever promote Ensign Kim?
Oh.
And her response was basically, oh, I don't know, maybe I should have.
Maybe I should have.
Why do you think you were never promoted?
Oh. You know what? That's one of the tough things about being Ensign Kim. I mean, just not having the promotion. Because let's face it, Kim faced everything. Kim was tortured. Kim, anything that ever happened to anybody, it happened to Kim. So the guy the one crew member that should have been promoted would have been Kim after all the stuff he's been through. I actually got very frustrated with it myself. I called up the writers and I said, look, what's the deal? Why am I still an ensign? And the response from Brandon Braga was, well, somebody's got to be the ensign, which that stunk. So then I went the next day to Kate's trailer, and I knock on her door, right? I'm like, Kate, why aren't I promoted? She goes, I know. As if the actress playing Janeway could somehow change that, right? That's how crazy I was. So then, then I started joking at conventions about, if I was to write a scene for Voyager, very simple. Ensign Kim sleepwalks, okay? He sleepwalks through the ship. He goes to everybody's quarters. He sneaks in and steals their rank pips off of their uniform and attaches all of their rank pips across his body. So now he has a suit of chainmail is basically when he walks on the bridge. So he's the ultimate admiral now or something. But which leads to I'll quickly tell this story. I was flying from LA to Baltimore, Maryland, with a friend of mine to go see our mutual friend, Jonathan Ogden, who's the retired left tackle for Baltimore Ravens, who's now in the Hall of Fame, the Football Hall of Fame. So we were going to go watch him play, but we were on Southwest Airlines, and Southwest, I don't know if anyone's ridden on Southwest, you sit anywhere. There's no seating assignment. It's sort of like you just get on. We were the last on the plane, so I was in the back of the plane. My friend was in the front. But as we got off the plane, my friend is waiting for me, and standing next to him is a young Asian-American guy. And I thought immediately, they were talking. He found out I was his friend, blah, 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 and he's a fan. That's all I was thinking in my head. And as I walk up, my buddy goes, meet Harry Kim. I said, you know what, thanks so much for watching the show. And my friend goes, no, this guy's name is Harry Kim. And I go, what? Your name's Harry? He goes yeah, I've been wondering all these years if I'd ever get a chance to meet you, and we're on the same plane. And I go, oh, that's cool. And he goes, guess what? When Voyager was on the air, I was in the U.S. Navy. I was Ensign Harry Kim. And I go, what? I go, that's impossible. No way. I said, you and I are the same. He goes, no, I got promoted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, now you got to top that question.
Yeah.
That's usually the finale one, but that's all right.
And then I went home. No, I just wanted to say thank you for filling my childhood and adolescence with such great sci-fi. Just as a statement.
Well, thank you.
And my question is, I was always curious, during episodes like when the ship gets severely damaged,
yes.
Do they have like a separate set where, because it goes from completely pristine to absolutely balls.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Yes. It's the same set, but they throw all this just junk all over the place, hanging wires and tubes and stuff. But the actors, we have multiple suits, multiple Starfleet jumpsuits, which are in various states of distress. So if we're being shot by phaser, there's a phaser burns on some and whatnot. So we do have multiple suits, but not multiple sets.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
But I just want to address the fact that, so I was part of your childhood, and I realized, can you believe that? Voyager started 18 years ago, okay?
Yeah.
18 years ago. And so I'm getting a lot of young ladies who watched Voyager with their father, And I just want to, by a show of hands, how many women here had Ensign Kim as their first crush when they were? See, look at this. The room's just like the hands are popping up right now. They're just. It's like all these young ladies that were 5 to 12 years old. They're all adults now, coming up, going, "You were my first crush." I remember that. I sat on my dad's lap and watched Voyager. So, anyway, it's kind of cool. Yeah. Thank you.
Just for the record,
Yes.
my crush was Paris.
It's so funny because Paris has his voice is higher. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yes, ma'am. Yeah." He's always kind of breathy and higher. But if you go to Germany, they do the Germans pride themselves on dubbing all the American shows into German language, and so someone gave me a videotape of Voyager in German, and they're going, "Oh, this is a present for you." So I'm watching it, and lo and behold, my voice is way up here, right? So it's like, "Ja, ich habe Kapitän." It's like I'm just going through puberty, right? And the guy doing Paris's voice, like, "Ja, Kapitän." I'm like, what? That is so. Wait a minute. Paris is blonde hair, blue-eyed. I'm not. What is that? What's going on here? I don't know. I love Germany. Don't get me wrong. But, sort of like supreme race. Okay, all right. Who knows? Hi.
Hi. This question is mostly just for laughs. Do they still use set hands to operate the doors?
Do they use set hands to
No,
operate?
like, there's the...
Yeah.
Apparently in the original series, they used, like, just stage hands to open the
Correct.
doors, and then...
Yes, they did the same thing on Voyager. They had two guys that sat there and went, and yes, sometimes one of them might have been asleep, and we walked into a door every now and then. It happens. And we got pretty mad about that, too. We're like, "You have one job. It's to open the darn door, okay? And now I have to go get a nose job. Thank you." So,
Doors that open like that at shopping malls
They do.
already. You know?
I know. It's so sad. It's so low tech. Okay. Hi.
The biggest problem about waiting in line is someone always takes your question. So I had to think of a new one. That's okay.
Who stole it? What did you have?
Hamlet.
Oh, Hamlet
Yeah,
stole
so
it. Okay.
that's okay. It's actually a two thing.
Yes.
Number one, how did the cast of Voyager feel when the series ended and there was no reunions, there was nothing, it ended with ships in space?
That was bizarre because literally we're in orbit of Earth,
Yeah.
right? So the very last scene is
Can't even take you home.
Yeah, we see the admirals and the Starfleet brass on the view screen, and they're like, "Well, welcome home, Captain Janeway," and she's like, "It's good to be home.
It'll all be in my report.
It'll be in my report with the coffee from that nebula." And then that's it. That's the end of the show, right?
That's
Because
actually-
I wanted to see what happened when we got, set foot on Earth, right? Somebody's going to kiss the ground, I'm sure, right? There should have been a parade. There should have been a whole slew of things that happened, but we
one
didn't see
more
any of that.
episode.
Exactly. What I actually told the producers before we finished filming, I said, "Look, if you really want to be smart about this, show the first hour of the final episode, okay? The first hour only, and at the end of the first hour, say, 'To be continued at a theater near you,' and add 2 more hours of a movie, a feature film, right? Because I felt the second hour of Voyager, the second hour of the final episode of Voyager, sort of tied everything up so neatly and so quickly that it kind of like, oh, So the first hour was great. The second hour I thought was just too rushed. So, but they didn't listen to me because it's Kim, right? They're not gonna.
It's true.
What's he gonna-
And the second part, the fan-made stuff, like the of Gods and Men
Yes.
and Renegades. How'd you get involved with that?
I got involved with Star Trek of Gods and Men. For those of you who have not seen it, you should do a
It's
search
really-
online.
it's really good.
It's very good. Tim Russ was directing, so Tuvok was directing, and he called me up and he said, he goes, "Hey, Bubba, Tim here." I go, "Oh, hi, Tim. What do you think about acting in an independent Star Trek film?" I said, "Nope, absolutely not." And then he goes, "Well, you'll be playing something completely opposite of Kim." I said, "Okay, sign me up." So that's kind of what happened. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you. Ooh,
Hello
is
again?
this Zombie Trek?
Yeah, dead shirt. I'm a
Yes.
dead shirt.
Dead shirt. Oh, dead shirt. Ha ha ha. Yes.
Well, my costume kind of goes with my question.
Yes.
Well, one of the guys brought it up earlier, how everything kind of happened to Harry. Like, if there was anything bad that happened, it's just like, okay, Harry. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
killed the whole crew and all this.
Yes.
It's just like, did you ever have that point during the show, like really? Really? It's gonna happen to me again? I'm gonna get killed or something? I
Yeah.
was just wondering if you ever had any that point where it's like,
I did.
I'm the red shirt of Voyager.
Pretty much. I did. I think I should have had a nervous breakdown once or twice at least. But you know what bummed me out was oftentimes when we did cool episodes like Future's End, where Ed Begley Jr. was in that episode, and the crew goes down on modern day Earth,
Yeah.
and they got to wear normal clothes. Guess who stayed on the ship? Kim! It's like every time something cool happens, the Hirogen take over Voyager and use it as a training tool for their young warriors.
Yeah.
And guess who's not in any of the holodeck simulations? Kim! I'm fixing all the EPS relays. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So that was my biggest complaint, was that I never got to go and play in these awesome scenes where I could wear something other than that horrible Starfleet scratchy wool-based uniform, which is not good. Yeah, I'm still waiting to see. I'm not married. I have no kids. I'm just waiting to see if I even have the ability to have children, because of that suit was so tight. So there may be a lawsuit in order against CBS Paramount. So. We'll see.
You should feel good though. At least in that Hirogen episode, Harry did get to be all tough and
He
be like,
did,
yeah,
he
yeah,
did.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
Right,
so-
he was tough for a second, and the Hirogen just beat him down. Right.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Hal-Con.